Well, this is a song about dying. This is a Conor Oberst cover. I don't want to die in the hospital. I don't want to die in the hospital. I don't want to die in the hospital. You gotta take me back outside. I don't want to hear all these factory sounds, looking like a girl in a sleeping gown. I don't want to die in the hospital. You gotta take me back outside. Can you make a sound to distract the nurse before I take a ride in that long black hearse? I don't want to die in the hospital. You gotta take me back outside. Help me get my boots on, help me get my boots on, help me get my boots back on. Help me get my boots on, help me get my boots on, help me get my boots back on. I've got to go, 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 'cause I don't have long. I don't give a damn what the doctors say. I don't want to spend another lonesome day. I don't want to die in the hospital. You gotta take me back outside. They don't let you smoke and you can't get drunk. All there is to watch are these soap operas. I don't want to die in the hospital. You gotta take me back outside. Back outside. Can you get this tube out of my arm? Morphing through my blood like a slow, sad song. I don't want to die in the hospital. You gotta take me back outside. Help me get my boots on. Help me get my boots on. Help me get my boots back on. Help me get my boots on. Help me get my boots on. Help me get my boots back on. I've got to go, 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 'cause I don't have long. Is there still a world on the windowsill? All there ever was, I remember still. I don't want to die in the hospital. You gotta take me back outside. I don't know when it's day or when it's night. All I ever see are fluorescent lights. I don't want to die in the hospital. You gotta take me back outside. They give me all these flowers and these big balloons, but I don't want to stay in this little room. I don't want to die in the hospital. I don't want to die. Are the stars still in the sky? Is that fat moon on the rise? Wanna feel the earth beneath my feet as that cold wind comes for me. I don't wanna die in the hospital. I don't wanna die in the hospital. I don't wanna die in the hospital. You gotta take me back outside. I don't wanna die in the hospital. I don't wanna die in the hospital. No, I don't wanna die in the hospital. You gotta take me back outside. Help me get my boots on. Help me get my boots on. Help me get my boots back on. Help me get my boots on. Help me get my boots on. Help me get my boots back on. I've got to go, 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 'cause I don't have long. I love that song because it's so true. Like, who wants to die in the hospital? This is me and Julio Down by the Schoolyard. Paul Simon, 1972. The mama pajama rolled out of bed and she ran to the police station. When the papa found out, he began to shout and he started the investigation. It's against the law. It was against the law. What the mama saw. It was against the law. The mama looked down and spit on the ground every time my name gets mentioned. The papa said, "Oi, if I get that boy, I'm gonna stick him in the house of detention." Well, I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. I'm taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye to Rosie, the queen of Corona. Seeing me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Seeing me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Whoa, in a couple days, they come and take me away. But the press let the story leak. Now when the radical priest come to get me released, we was all on the cover of Newsweek. Well, I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. I'm taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye to Rosie, the queen of Corona. Seeing me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Seeing me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Seeing me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Oh, it's always a fun one. Well, when I was a kid, I'd take a trip every summer down to Mississippi to visit my granny in her antebellum world. I'd run barefooted all day long, climbing trees as free as a song. One day, I happened to catch myself a squirrel. I stuffed him down in an old shoebox, punched a couple holes in the top, and when Sunday came, I snuck him into church. I was sitting way back in the very last pew, showing him to my good buddy Hugh, when that squirrel got loose and went totally berserk. Well, what happened next is hard to tell. Some thought it was heaven, others thought it was hell, but the fact that something was among us was plain to see. As the choir sang, I surrender all, the squirrel ran up Harv Newland's coveralls. Harv leapt to his feet and said, "Something's got a hold on me." Yow! The day the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church in that sleepy little town of Pascagoula. It was a fight for survival that broke out in revival. There were jumping pews and shouting, "Hallelujah! Hallelujah!" Well, Harv hit the aisles dancing and screaming. Some thought he had religion, others thought he had a demon, and Harv thought he had a weed eater loose in his fruit of the looms. He fell to his knees to plead and beg, and the squirrel ran out of his breeches leg, unobserved, to the other side of the room. All the way down to the Amen pew, where sat Sister Bertha, better than you, who'd been watching all the commotion with sadistic glee. Well, you should have seen that look in her eyes. When the squirrel jumped her garters and crossed her thighs, she jumped her feet and said, "Lord, have mercy on me." As the squirrel made laps inside her dress, she began to cry and then to confess the sins that would make a sailor blush with shame. She told of gossip and church dissension, but the thing that got the most attention was when she talked about her love life. And then she started naming names. The day the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church in that sleepy little town of Pascagoula. It was a fight for survival that broke out in revival. There were jumping pews and shouting, "Hallelujah! Well, 7 deacons and then the bishop got saved, and $25,000 got raised, and 50 volunteered for missions in the Congo on the spot. And even without an invitation, there were at least 500 rededications, and we all got rebaptized, whether we needed it or not. Now you've heard the Bible stories, I guess, of how he parted the waters for Moses to pass, all the miracles that God has brought to this old world. But the one I'll remember to my dying day is how he put that church back on the narrow way with a half-crazed Mississippi squirrel. The day the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church in that sleepy little town of Pascagoula. It was a fight for survival that broke out in revival. There were jumping pews and shouting hallelujah. The day the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church in that sleepy little town of Pascagoula. It was a fight for survival that broke out in revival. There were jumping pews and were shouting hallelujah. Hallelujah. This is called The Good, the Bad, and the Lucky. 'Cause sometimes you just get lucky. Well, I was riding like crazy. They never will take me back to that hole in the ground. The sheriff done framed me for killing John Davies, for that man was cold. Where I found him clutching his Bible in the ditch to the revival, fear frozen on his pale face. His pockets were emptied by someone I didn't see, and the sheriff, it wasn't making an easy case. Well, it sure doesn't help that I am the first man guilty of breaking a young girl's heart. This girl that I mentioned with the sweetness and contention was the sheriff's only daughter. And though it had been several years, he won't forget the tears and the promise he made that night. He said, I'll get that boy, steal every ounce of his joy for the tears he made my princess cry. Now I'm running for the border, there's no law and order this side of the county line. My horse is getting tired and my eyes are on fire from riding hard all day and night. I hear murderous voices and a dozen snarling horses getting closer and closer all the time. Well, I don't stand a chance if I don't think of something fast and give this policy the slip tonight. I came to a crossroads where the Colorado River runs shallow and wide. Through some divine providence, I found my deliverance in a skiff on the banks of the other side. I tied my lantern to the saddle, slapped my horse goodbye. Ooh, then I floated on south, all the way to the mouth of the river on the Mexicali side. The sun ablaze, was it all some crazy dream? when three gorgeous angels with no common language carried me off the beach. They brought me back to life, and I made one of them my wife in a church just up the hill. Well, I started out as Henry, but that's a distant memory, 'cause here me llamo es Miguel. Yeehaw! No